Hello, it's the comic book guy, and welcome back to the Amazing Spider-Man One More Day. Sorry for my little week off, but I've had quite a lot of stuff going on outside of YouTube and all that, so I've been dealing with that. But I'm back now, and I'm back with Spider-Man One More Day Part 2. In Part 1, we discovered that Aunt May had been fatally shot as a result of Spider-Man revealing his identity in Civil War. And Peter Parker, he ain't feeling too great about it. He is willing to do absolutely anything to save her life. Near the end of the first issue, we saw that Jarvis, Iron Man's little butler, came in and gave a bunch of money to make her comfortable. Well, unfortunately, that's all the doctors can do, is make her comfortable. So let's see what happens next in The Amazing Spider-Man One More Day, Part 2. The good news is that thanks to Jarvis, Aunt May is being moved out of the charity ward and into a private room. The bad news is that she's still dying. She might linger for a few days or just a few hours. Either way, the doctors say she's outside anything medical science can do to save her. I refuse to accept it. There has to be a way, and if medical science is out of the option, if only a miracle can do the job, then I need someone miraculous. Spider-Man One More Day Part 2, The Other Side of Darkness. Just hope the doctor's in. No need to ring the doorbell, Peter. I felt you coming from 6 blocks back. I have to see you, Doc. It's a matter of life and death. It is never anything less that brings someone to my door. Step forward then and enter the sanctum sectorum of Stephen Strange. And the doctors say there's nothing they can do. But there has to be a way to help her. I'll go anywhere, do anything. I have to, if it'll save her life. You're Sorcerer Supreme. There has to be something you can do. Long ago, my hands were shattered in an accident, rendered useless for someone who wished to be a doctor, a surgeon, a healer. I searched the world for someone who could fix them. My quest took me to the Himalayas, where I met the man who I would one day call Master. He told me that there are limits to what even a Sorcerer Supreme can do. He could not fix my hands, but he could give me a purpose and the chance to save lives. Had he simply healed me, there would have been no one to stand between the forces of dark and light when the intercession was most needed. If you're saying that her death is part of the bigger plan, then forget it. From what you said, the doctors told you there's nothing anyone can. She's not going to die. She's not going to die. We all die, Peter. Yeah, but not like this. If she goes years from now, of old age, in her bed, that's one thing. Will it not be just as painful whenever it happens? Why is that different? It's different because it won't be my fault. She took a bullet intended for me, Stephen. If I had moved just a second faster, if I had seen, I can't let her die like this. Not when it's my fault. I can't live with that. I can't. God. For God's sake, Stephen, help me, please, help me. I spoke the truth when I told you there was nothing I could do. I think there is nothing anyone can do, but you must know for yourself. And you do not have long to search, only days, perhaps hours. The hands of the dead were created 15 centuries ago. They allow one to enter the tides of space and time, travel the world in the blink of an eye, even be in several places at the same time. Space and time. What if we can go back and stop her from being shot? Or, no, the hands offer great power, but also great temptation. Some things are not meant to be touched by mortals. So I will invoke them only once to send you many places in this time, rather than into another. Hear me, aged spirits, and help this troubled soul. Go now, and may you find what you need. And suddenly, I'm everywhere and nowhere, here and there, all at once. And I tell them my story, ask them my question, and the answer is always the same. There is nothing they can do. Though I know Stephen would not approve, I even go to those who I know would see me dead, because even those who hate me, there must be someone who understood the simple urgency of my aunt is dying. The answer is the same. The answer is the same. I can barely stand. The human consciousness can only be stretched so thin before mind and body snap. Were you able to find what you needed? No. Not one of them could do anything. Then perhaps that is what you needed to hear. And something else. The cycle of life is essential. The very core of existence to the survival of the universe. To fight that cycle is to fight the very forces of creation itself. And that power is not within my grasp or yours. I will get you something to drink. You are not used to the stress of such travel, especially at times such as this. They allow one to enter the tides of space and time. The hands offer great power, but also great temptation. Some things are not meant to be touched by mortals. So I will invoke them only once to send you many places in this time, rather than into another. I may not be a Sorcerer Supreme, but the Doc and I have one thing in common. Even amateur scientists have to learn chemistry and biology, and both of those require one more little thing. A more than passing familiarity with Latin. I'm not even going to try and pronounce any of that. So, sorry. Peter, no! Give me a chance, just one chance to go back to where it happened and set it right. Please. Please. Where am I? When am I? What? Am I? Wait. There he is. That's him. The one who shot May. There they are, May and MJ, right in the line of fire. I should be showing up any second. Only have one chance. I have to take him out fast before... What the? Can't touch him. He can't even feel me. This isn't fair. There has to be some way to reach him, to stop him. I can't have come this far only to fail. Outside I can feel my earlier self arriving, walking toward the motel. Maybe I can feel it, because we're the same person, separated only by time. If so, maybe I can at least warn my earlier self to stay out of the room. Have to try. I'm remembering this moment as it happened. I remember suddenly having a bad feeling I couldn't identify. I didn't have that memory until right now. It was me. Must have been me trying to get through. Right now. Maybe it's my spidey sense picking up on my presence. That means there's a chance. A chance to... No. Whatever they are, I can't let them stop me. Can't. Ah! No good. They can hurt me, but I can't touch them. No, stop. You have to stop. Don't go in there. Ah! No. You won't stop me. You won't. You won't. I'm coming, Aunt May. I won't let them hurt you. I won't. I won't. So, how did it go? Fine, fine. Listen to me. For the love of God, listen to me. He's going to shoot. He's going to fire any moment. You have to get out of here. Have to protect them. Peter, is something... Don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. You've got to stop it. Something's wrong. Down. No! No, no, no. I can't go through this again. I can't. By the all-seeing eye of Agamotto, Be gone! Those were night walkers. They live on the edges of time and space, their whole existence being to prevent destiny from being changed. Only a great power can defy them. Great power, great responsibility. Get out of here, please. Your non-material self is gravely wounded. You may die if we do not act quickly. My Sanctum Sanctorum contains the mystical elements needed to heal you, but I cannot risk going there at a time when I was not present. The whole time-space continuum could be at risk if I saw myself and learned what was coming. So we must go even further back in time, to a moment when I know I was not present at the Sanctum. Hold on just a few more minutes, Peter. In order to use the elements needed to restore you, I have returned our bodies to physical form inside this room. Do not attempt to venture out, or you will again become insubstantial. This will not take long, but it will hurt. I will not describe it as undeserved. I know. I'm sorry, Stephen. Someone at the door. I should investigate to make sure we are not disturbed. Do not move until my return. Yeah, I think I can oblige that. Head swimming, minutes passing. Where the hell is he? I can hear voices. What if he's in trouble? The voice is familiar. I can just make them out. Okay, so now that we know what we're up against, when do we go after him? No. We don't. You do. What do you mean, we don't? I mean, you're the Sorcerer's monthly foldout for the astral plane. You like fuzzy animals and saving roads, and your turn-offs are rude people and guys with moist, grabby tentacles. Which is most guys, now that I think of it. I'm sorry. I have an appointment I cannot miss. Sure you can. Tell him you're busy. Tell him you went out with an old war buddy and we're comparing scars. An appointment with death. Have to get out there. Still a chance to warn myself. No. I lose physicality the moment I touch anything outside. I have to face it. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Nothing. Nothing. I must go now. Do not open this door again until I return. If I return at all. I do not think we will be interrupted further. The healing has almost run its course. So how come you can heal? How come you can fix me up and not me? Mystical cures for magical ills. And it is not your time, just as this is not your time. The universe calls us home when it is time for us to go. For your aunt, it is that time. It is not for you or I to change such things, Peter. You must understand this, just as I hope you see now truly that there was nothing you could have done to prevent what happened. Even with advanced knowledge and all the tools of sorcery at your disposal. You need not feel guilty for what happened, Peter. Yeah, well, the day I actually believe that, I'll be sure to let you know. Come now, it is time for us to go and return whence we came, to the very moment in which we left. I know your despair, Peter, but can I make a suggestion? Not as a sorcerer, but as a doctor. Sure, whatever. However badly injured your aunt's body, her spirit still resides within. Though she is unconscious, your words can still be heard by her. We all die, Peter. You, me, and all those we love most dearly. We cannot change that. All we can control is whether or not those we love die alone. I have lost many of those I loved, and when I think back on them, I do not regret that I loved them, only that in so many cases I was not there to do what is perhaps the most important thing of all. I was not there to say goodbye. If your aunt passed away right now, this moment, and you were not there to hold her hand and tell her you loved her, and let that love carry her across to the other side, you would regret it every day for the rest of your life. Stop blaming yourself for the inevitable. Savor the time you had. Go to your aunt and give her every moment of your love. There is no greater gift you can give her right now. Goodbye, Peter. Those were night walkers. They live on the edges of time and space, their whole existence being to prevent destiny from being changed. Only a great power can defy them. We all die, Peter. You, me, and those we love most dearly. We cannot change that. He was right. You cannot change that. But I can. To be continued. And that was part 2 of The Amazing Spider-Man One More Day, and it was quite mad, to be honest. Peter's fucking time traveling, you know, and all that, but no matter what, the universe aren't made to die. But that little girl at the end, apparently she can do something about it. Who the bloody hell is she? I guess we'll find out in part 3 or 4 of One More Day. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.